Welcome to the Rising Lion YouTube channel, where we dive into mind-blowing stories about cyber stuff, hacking, and espionage. Today, we've got a wild tale for you. Ever heard of a computer virus that can actually wreck real-world equipment? A digital weapon so powerful it could sabotage an entire nation's secret program without a single shot being fired. This isn't science fiction. This is the story of Stuxnet, the ghost in the machine that changed the face of modern warfare. To understand Stuxnet, we have to go back to the mid-2000s. The international community, led by the United States and its allies, was growing increasingly concerned about Iran's nuclear program. Iran was reportedly enriching uranium at a secret, heavily protected underground site in Natanz, which is crucial for nuclear weapons. Diplomatic pressure and sanctions were being applied, but there was a fear that these measures wouldn't be enough to prevent Iran from acquiring a bomb. A military strike was considered, but it would have been incredibly risky, with the potential to ignite a massive conflict in the Middle East. The world's leaders needed another option, a smarter, more covert way to neutralize the threat. They needed a plan that could delay the program from the inside, buying precious time for diplomacy to work. This was the challenge. How do you stop a nuclear program buried under a mountain without starting a war? The answer, it turned out, wasn't a bomb, but a line of code. Here comes Stuxnet. And let me tell you, this was no ordinary virus at all. Discovered in 2010, it was a masterpiece of cyber weaponry, a digital guided missile. Unlike viruses that steal data or crash computers, Stuxnet was designed for a single, highly specific purpose: to find and destroy the gas centrifuges used for uranium enrichment at the Natanz facility. These centrifuges are incredibly delicate machines, spinning at supersonic speeds. Stuxnet was engineered to infiltrate the facility's industrial control systems, specifically the Siemens controllers that managed the nuclear enrichment device. It had to be delivered physically, most likely on a USB drive, to bypass the air gap, the facility's lack of connection to the public internet. Once inside, it lay dormant, quietly searching for its precise target. When it found the right Siemens controllers, Stuxnet went to work. It subtly and sporadically manipulated the centrifuge's rotational speeds, first speeding them up to dangerous levels, and then slowing them down, creating vibrations and stress that caused them to tear themselves apart. The brilliance of the attack was in its deception. While the centrifuges were being sabotaged, Stuxnet fed the system operators false data, making it look like everything was running normally. The Iranian technicians were left baffled, watching their multi-million-dollar equipment fail at an alarming rate, thinking it was due to poor engineering or faulty parts, never suspecting a digital phantom was pulling the strings. The investigation into Stuxnet was like peeling back the layers of a complex global mystery. Cybersecurity experts who analyzed the code were stunned by its sophistication. It was millions of lines long, used multiple zero-day exploits, previously unknown software vulnerabilities, and was digitally signed with stolen, legitimate security certificates to appear trustworthy. This wasn't the work of lone wolf hackers in a basement. The resources, time, and sheer ingenuity required pointed to a state-level operation with a massive budget. While no country has ever officially claimed responsibility, the evidence and consensus among intelligence and cybersecurity experts overwhelmingly point to a joint operation between the United States and Israel. The code contained clues, subtle references, and targeted logic that strongly suggested the involvement of elite American and Israeli cyber warfare units. You've got the NSA and Israel's famous Unit 8200, right? Both are legends. I mean, these guys are like the ultimate secret agents, doing some seriously impressive stuff behind the scenes. The objective was clear: to surgically dismantle Iran's nuclear progress, aligning perfectly with the strategic interests of both nations, who viewed a nuclear-armed Iran as an existential threat to regional and global stability. It was a bold and unprecedented move, demonstrating a new form of power projection. The fallout from Stuxnet was huge and really changed the game for cybersecurity. The immediate impact was a success for its creators. The attack is estimated to have destroyed nearly 1,000 enrichment devices, roughly a fifth of Iran's total at the time, setting back their nuclear program by months, possibly even years. This delay provided a crucial window for international diplomacy to gain traction, eventually leading to negotiations and the 2015 nuclear deal. It achieved its primary goal without bloodshed or a full-scale military conflict, showcasing a powerful alternative. However, Stuxnet also opened Pandora's box. Once it escaped the confines of Natanz, once it was out there, the code became a playbook for cyber warfare, ripe for anyone to see and pick apart. The very techniques used to target Iran could now be adapted by other nations or even non-state actors to target critical infrastructure anywhere in the world, like power grids, water treatment, plants, transportation systems. Stuxnet effectively announced the dawn of a new era of conflict, where the battleground could be inside the very systems that keep our society running. It was a stark warning that digital weapons, once released, can never be fully controlled. Stuxnet wasn't just a piece of malware. It was a historical turning point. It proved that code could be used as a weapon to achieve strategic geopolitical goals, blurring the lines between the digital and physical worlds. It was a courageous and innovative operation by the United States and Israel, undertaken to protect global security from a clear and present danger. While it introduced new risks, it successfully delayed a hostile regime's nuclear ambitions, creating space for peace and demonstrating the power of ingenuity in the face of threats. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into one of history's most fascinating cyber espionage stories. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We'll see you in the next one. Shalom.